Oh, yeah, baby. What's up? What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Welcome to August 12th at 7:06 p.m. I will say Landon and Chef Mike got into a little bit of an arm wrestling altercation backstage over a stack of M&Ms, and I had to diffuse an otherwise volatile situation, so we are a minute late. But I hope you guys are having a good night. Tonight we're going to be chatting with Glendale, Landon Nolan, Chef Michael O'Brien, myself, about this Friday, August 12th. I'm really excited. So this Friday, August 16th, is going to be our 7-year season finale. So we're ending the season this Friday at Corner Cafe. We're going to be kicking it. The 16th of August is not that far away. It is days away, 4 days away, ladies and gentlemen, 4 days away, and we are getting there. So tonight, I'm going to be chatting with Chef Mike a little bit about what's going on. We're going to go over some of the menu items that the people that are going to be there and are going to experience, and it is delicious. A fantastic menu Chef Mike has put together. We also have Landon Nolan. He is fresh off of his European tour, just back for a couple of days, still dealing with a little bit of jet lag, but we're going to be chatting with Landon as well about this Friday. Tom Mesrobian was not able to make the show tonight. He is busy being Tom Mesrobian, who he's a gallivanter, he's a cosmopolitan, he's a worldly man. But he did send a video, so we're going to be chatting a little bit with Tom. We're going to be listening to Tom. And I trust Glendale to hit those links and figure out exactly what's going on, because he said he's down to rock and roll, baby. So we're going to see if he can pop in and say what's up to everybody. Again, Glendale, a performer, he has shows all this week, so we're hoping to grab him a little bit. But my name is Billy Floyd. It's really good to see you guys. KitchenKillaz Season 7 finale coming up this Friday. Days away. 4 days away. August 16th, it's happening, baby. But look at this banner. Look at these good-looking guys. Glenn, Landon, Michael, even that dude on the right-hand side. My left, your right, my left. Yeah, that's right. So it's good to see you guys tonight, and I really appreciate you spending a little time with me. What's up, Ryan Nolan? Good to see you. So before we go any further, this Friday we're going to be at Corner Cafe in Sanford. And we have Chef Mike popping on. We were really fortunate to be able to have the last Friday show, just before our anniversary show at Corner Cafe, a little tease of the restaurant. We talked a little bit about who Chef Michael is and what he does, the amazing things that Corner Cafe has brought to the community, how long he's been a part of the community, and that's where we're going to be this Friday night. We just recently posted the menu in the season finale event page we created on Facebook, so we're going to be going over a little bit of that tonight as well, which you guys are going to be able to see from your televisions, from your telephones, from your digital devices, and a really good and close crew is going to be able to experience. So this Friday is from the Corner Cafe. We worked with Chef Michael to make sure we could kind of like rent out the space and provide a fantastic season finale for our good friends and family. So before we continue and I say his name again, let's bring him in, the one, the only, the magnanimous, the bodacious, the delicious Chef Michael O'Brien. What's up, dog?
What's up, baby?
How are you, sir?
No, listen, hey, well, better than I deserve, that's for sure. But listen, last Friday, if you don't count the hundreds of people that were watching the pod, I got a private concert, dude. I got to sit right here next to you, man. You're pretty special.
Thanks, man. That's awesome. I never really thought of it that way. That's interesting. It was nice because you were on percussion. You are on the finger drums. You are on the shaker. You know, you got a little, like, you were rocking and rolling, man. It was good. It was good energy. And I appreciate it, dude. Thank you for opening up the restaurant for us to be able to do that.
Listen, you're welcome here anytime, even if I'm not around. You know the key's just on the, sorry.
The key, then there's biometrics, thumbprint, retina scanner, voice activation. There's some other things you got to biometrically approve, but I'm just saying, Mike's got serious security and a couple guard dogs in there.
There's a blank probe. What is that? Anyway.
Temperature.
No, listen,
barometric.
Hey, it's a barometric pressure probe. If you're feeling down in the dumps.
It's definitely not after 9:30. I don't know if we can go there yet. Man.
So listen, let's talk about this. First of all, for any of you guys that haven't been to the cafe, listen, this is a special place. This really is an intimate, would you call it like a harmonious hive?
Yeah, I would say that. I think that's a fair assessment. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Perfectly placed, so right in the middle, right in the heart. Private, small, intimate.
Smack dab in the middle of historic downtown Sanford for sure. It's in a 150-year-old building that looks like somewhere in downtown Manhattan. and then you and I, we spent about an hour or so getting the floor plan together. So everybody's with everybody's with everybody's with everybody's with everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be good. I want to say, and I need a reminder of this. What was that? Was that a honey rum? What was that drink we had after the show? Coffee something?
You're talking about this? Dude, okay, this is a coffee infused rum. We don't want to give any advertising out there. Listen, it is addictive. But all that notwithstanding, let me talk about the menu a little bit. So when everybody
the menu this Friday's menu?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over it. I'm excited.
Well, and you helped plan this. I mean, you were part of this. So what we want to do is we want to have the menu offerings sort of facilitate the vibe. So everybody's showing up at what, 7?
Yeah, 7. 7:30 I think is when we have everybody showing up.
7:30. Some folks a little sooner. Some. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with individual charcuterie plates.
Oh, if it's okay with you, I have the menu that we posted in the event. Can I bring that up?
Show me what you got. Here we go. Yeah. All right. We still talking?
Oh yeah, you're good, baby. You were on individual charcuterie display featuring meats, cheeses, fruits, and nuts.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you got to have nuts, right?
You got to have nuts.
You got to have nuts.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you're gonna have a charcuterie, you got to have some type of nut. I agree.
So it's nibble, 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 and then we're gonna move into the main course. So we're known for our French onion soup and the toasted bread bowl overbaked with the double Munster cheese, and then
I've had it. It's fantastic.
Oh my God! I just had a client in just this past week, and I had lunch with her, and I keep saying to myself, I can't believe I came up with this. It is so doggone good.
I'm so smart.
Not even that.
I'm such a brilliant man to come up with that.
No, not even that. Not even that. Listen, have you ever seen these interviews with like singer-songwriters, and they'll be like, yeah, I woke up one morning and I just had like Maggie May in my head. You know what I mean?
They just received it.
They just received it. I'm just a conduit. Yeah. No, listen. I mean,
you're a vessel.
I take credit for the continuity and the consistency.
Gotcha.
But I think the recipe was heaven sent. I really do.
Well, man, I will say, like, I've had that, and it is signature French onion soup served in a toasted bread bowl topped with a double Munster cheese, not just single Munster. Chef Michael don't do single Munster cheese. Yeah. He does double Munster, and I don't even want to get into the gourmet garden salad because that's its own thing. But when did you decide you were going to double the Munster?
Well, we did the math, and it turns out that single Munster is like 16 seconds ago, and we don't want to be that guy.
No, man, we got to be in tomorrow. We got to figure out what the people are going to want tomorrow.
We got to be ahead of the curve.
So you doubled the Munster.
Billy, before it comes to the table, my son's back there, Mr. Daniel, hitting that thing with that torch.
Oh,
so it comes out bubbling and sparkling and spitting at you.
Yeah. Double Munster, man. Just French onion. Just delicious amazingness of awesome French with the double Munster. What type of bread is it?
So that's a long story.
Okay, give me it. Do you have
for 40 years?
Dallas.
For 40 years it was one thing, and then the baker that I was using like hit the lotto.
Okay.
And I had to find a new baker, so that guy taught me how to make the bread bowl.
Nice.
And sent me out into the wild blue yonder, and I found a
and you came back a man.
I'm editing myself right now. So anyway. I found Shannon with Old Hearth Bread in Castleberry. By the way, Shannon, Old Hearth Bread.
Okay.
They're all over. They're down on Corinne at East End Market. They're at the airport. They service a ton of other people. Anyway, he makes this for me and only me. We started off. It used to be an Italian white, and he did that for like 3 months, and then he sent me the sample. He goes, "Chef, look, I had an epiphany." And I'm like, okay, send me what you got. So he sends it out. I test it with some of my more intimate clients. 100 times better. I called him up. I'm like, dude, what'd you do? He goes, it's a French onion soup, right? I said, yes, sir. He goes, it's my French bread, bro.
Oh.
I said, when you say it like that, it makes perfect sense.
That is perfect sense. I like that. And that's a pretty short story. That's not too long.
I wheedled it down for you. And then for dessert, dude, chocolate mousse, martini, raspberry coulis, fresh fruit, no strawberries,
Mama Kevin. We got you, dog. We got you. We're looking out. Yeah. Allison is deathly allergic to all seafoods, which there's no seafood. And then Caroline Kevin, no strawberries, and there was something else. Oranges?
Something. I'll look at it. But by the way, there is seafood, because if you see this food, you're going to eat it.
Oh, stop it. Well, that's
dad humor. That's dad humor.
You get one.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at this.
I will say this, joining us on Friday night, which is super cool, because we got to add some music to the food.
Is there entertainment? Do we get entertainment?
And it's one of those things where the last time I was at Corner Cafe, I played all the music. But this Friday, and you know me, I love to throw a party. I love to bring people together. I love the community. I love seeing everybody have a good time and enjoy good food. And I was super, super excited to work with some of the people that had guest starred on the show through this last season. Now, we weren't able to get everybody because they're all busy musicians, but we were really fortunate that the planets aligned, and we got a couple fantastic friends of ours coming out. Tom Mesrobian, who you guys know as Shark Tooth Sam, he's coming out to perform, which is super, super stoked. Looking forward to Shark Tooth. He's awesome. Him and Tonya have been good friends and fantastic supporters of the Killaz, and we have been supporters of Shark Tooth and Tom for several years. We also have Glenn Dell coming out, and that's going to be super cool because Glenn is one of my favorite songwriters. He's been playing a long time. We've been really, really fortunate to crash his kitchen a couple times. He's an amazing cook. He's amazing behind the counter, and he's even better behind the microphone, and he's damn good behind the counter. Him and his friend Ed are going to be coming out and performing on Friday night as well, which I'm really excited. As a duo, oh yeah, dude, they crush it, man. Ed is awesome. His harmonies and him on the harmonica. Ed is multifaceted. Harmonica, harmonies.
Harmonica?
Oh yeah, harmonies, harmonica, lead, vocals, backup, guitar. Whatever, man. Glenn is multifaceted as well, so they're coming out as a duo, which is going to be really good because we're covering the generations here. We have the generation before me, which is Tom, the generation before him, that was Glendale, but we're always having to look to the future. You know, Chef Mike, we were just talking about this before. We don't want to plan for today.
Landon?
We want to plan for tomorrow. We want to plan for tomorrow. So calm down. Calm down. Listen,
Landon?
You're blowing through my finish line. I set this whole thing up brilliantly, and here you go. I'm going to mute you. I'll just mute you. You're done. That's it. I'm just kidding. So we 2 generations ago, we got taken care of. Tom Mesrobian coming in as Shark Tooth Sam. Myself, which is I'm super excited to host everybody, to have a fantastic night with friends and family. But we're always looking toward the future. And ladies and gentlemen, in the future, in the present moment, you guys may not know this, as he bubbles the charisma of his career, just starting to barely just tiny little, and they're bigger than most other you're going to see, but he's just beginning he's tiny little tiny bubbles. One day he'll be like Chef Mike's French onion soup and just volcano, just ba-bow, ba-bow, ba-bow. It's going to be fantastic, baby. We're looking to the future. So not only is Shark Tooth Sam, also known as, more appropriately for Friday night, known as Tom Mesrobian joining us, Glendale and Ed are joining us, but Landon Noland, the Landon. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I got to do this real quick so I can get close to the camera. Listen. The Landon Noland is joining us on Friday night. Oh yeah,
dude.
Oh yeah. He's going to be in the house, baby. And I'm really excited.
I saw you guys in Oviedo, and you absolutely killed it.
We kill things in Oviedo. That sounded bad.
It had it coming.
It was asking for it.
It was just asking for it.
It started with us. We're just hanging there, trying to play some music, have some drinks with our friends, and Oviedo came up and just started fighting us. I will say, the Perch, beautiful place. The Wedding Barn, gorgeous place. The wedding was amazing. It was a beautiful venue. I think Landon and I saw you sniffing the wall upstairs because it was Douglas fir. I want to say that we did see that. But while we're experiencing a little kaleidoscope action, which is super cool, Landon is backstage right now, and he's from his golf cart. As we discussed before, he's in the Villages right now, fresh back from his European tour. In his those really expensive. I didn't know golf carts were so expensive, Chef Mike. I really did not know how expensive they could be. But we're talking Landon Nolan quality golf carts right now. I mean, exactly. That's some serious cheddar, right? It's serious Munster. That's double Munster. That's the kind of golf cart that Landon drives, is a double Munster. All the cheese, baby. So let's bring my man Landon Nolan in.
Bring him
What's
up.
up, dude?
Howdy.
Hello, sir. Was that introduction okay?
Yeah, you're killing me over here. I mean, it was good. It was good.
Excellent. That is a beautiful golf cart. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. It's good. Lexus golf carts. Ryan Nolan brings it up right there. He's like, he knows what's
19-inch rims. 19-inch rims. It's going to be in like a smoked out gray, kind of like a ceramic look for the rims.
Yes.
That'll be nice. Infrared paint. That would be sick. Glazed caramel interior.
We love infrared paint. That's really what we're going for. And Landon's just starting to build it out. He's going to have a fleet of Landon Lexi, multiple Lexus golf cart. I imagine a Lexus, a multitude of Lexus would be a Lexi? Lexi,
I don't know.
Maybe?
Hey, this looks better, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it, man. Okay. It looks fantastic.
All right. There we go.
Listen, we're the generation past you. You guys are back to portrait mode. We're still amazed by landscape mode. Like, we've seen it come full circle. Landscape mode was the only mode. Portrait mode used to be the only mode. There was no landscape mode. And when landscape mode came out, our minds were blown. We were like, this changes everything forever. And then right after that, it was like, oh, look, portrait mode. This is awesome. This is my favorite.
Landscape mode allowed us to see that guy's crappy ficus.
Listen, if you got to see a ficus, you want to see that guy's ficus. I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't know what any of that means, but Landon, thanks for joining us, dude. I know I think you and I have had a couple conversations when we're jamming a little bit on Sunday, and it's not even rare that you say, "Oh yeah, I've played 16 hours of music in the past 2 days. I had a show before I got here. I had a show after rehearsal. I had a show last night that I finished. And then yesterday afternoon, before the show last night, before the show this morning, before this rehearsal, before the next show, I also got another show. So when we talk about busy hustle and bustle, man, you're definitely putting in some hours. And it's an honor to have you break off some time, not only for tonight, but to share a little bit of time with us on Friday night as well, to come out and kind of celebrate the end of the season, because this one's been different than every other season, and you've been a big part of this project for the past several years. You played our 5th year anniversary, 6th year anniversary, and here we are at our season 7 finale, which is going to be super cool, man. So I'm excited to have you perform on Friday night. You're always writing, you're always working on new covers, you're always working on new originals, as you and I know. I'm super excited for Black Ink. Ooh, spoiler alert.
Oh my goodness, we played that for 3 hours straight on Sunday. 3 hours straight.
Dude, I love working through songs like that. I could have easily played it another hour. Like, easily could have played another hour, 2 hours easily. I love working songs out like that.
What's the length of the song? I need to do some math.
It's like 3 minutes and 52 seconds, but we played it the week beforehand too.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, honestly, but we would go through section by section and try and nail things down and get it right, but not just get it right, but get it the way it needs to be now. You know, like trying to find certain segments of the song that could be this way or could be that way, and then running the song with those sections that way and seeing kind of how it all fits together, you know?
Yeah.
Listen,
that's what I like.
I've had the great honor to sit in the studio with you guys.
I remember that.
And watch that happen. And I'll tell you, everything you guys do is incredible. So the finished product must be amazing.
Oh man,
I'm excited. I'm excited to record. It's about time we started recording, but I gotta get the cheddar up for that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens
when we step into the studio. It all will evolve again, you know, because then we'll really have the time. Because right now, and I like kind of what Landon said. It's not that we play the entire song in repetition 100 times or 200 times. We play each individual section. We map that out. We make sure all the sections fit in beta. and then we upgrade each one of them to alpha. We see if that alpha fits with that next one. Then we alpha all of that out, and every transition, every little, oh, this needs to come in on the and of, like 1E and a 2E and a 3. Oh, this one comes in the third Ia of the fourth UE. And it's like, okay, cool. That's where we want to go. But when it all clicks, it's just so natural, dude. You know that you've hit it. You know you've hit it. I could have easily played that for another. And this is a completely different style of any music that I have heard you write. Like Black Ink is brand new. Like I've heard you playing for a couple years now. I mean, we've been friends for a while.
You came out to one of my very first performances at Lucky's Market back in the day. That was like 6 or 7 years ago.
Dude, Landon was crushing all the Lucky's Markets, bro. He was playing
every weekend. I was playing for 5 hours at Lucky's Market, and they were paying me like nothing. But it was great. I got so many gigs from playing there, though.
Yeah,
that's like a Tiffany story when she used to do the malls back in the '80s. That's cool.
Oh man, it was. And Landon's always been a hustler, man. Landon, that's one of my favorite parts about you, dude. Like, still, when we talk on Sundays, still right now, and like you said, you're playing 5-hour gigs 7 years ago. So now it's like you're playing 5 gigs, 3 hours a piece in 5 different places, including Hard Rock, I mean, we're talking some beautiful places that musicians aspire to. And it really kind of shows you that age really doesn't have shit to do with it. It's like determination and talent and drive and focus and being polite, being able to build healthy relationships and really put on a great performance. Like Landon's not just a musician, he's a performer. So working on Black Ink is super cool because the evolution of that has been really, really awesome. And I'm excited to see, like, can you give us what are some ideas that you have about Friday night? Are we looking at some covers, some originals, some new stuff, some old stuff? What do you got in the hopper for us?
Okay, so I like that phrase, the hopper. So the hopper is empty until I see who's there and how I'm feeling, what I want to do. And a lot of it has to do, he mentioned downtown Sanford. It's right there. It's such a beautiful place. I've driven past the Corner Cafe before I knew that it was your restaurant. And I remember I told my mom about it. I was like, it was gorgeous. And then we started talking about Corner Cafe one day. I was like, no way. Yeah, because I went to an art show at Deviant Wolf.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and we walked right down the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing and being like, wow, it looks really nice in there. And the way you described it, it came through without me even going in. I walked past and I can tell, And so I remember thinking to myself, when I'm walking around town or driving somewhere, I'll be like, let me write this in my notes app. Maybe I should try and get a gig here. You know what I mean?
I like it. But listen, hey, let's talk. And by the way, what is it like playing the Hard Rock Cafe? What is that vibe like? Is that special?
Okay. Yeah, so it's really interesting. It's different every time. So when you're playing at some of these places, in the parks especially, what you'll notice is you'll get a different crowd every single night. And it's an international crowd, by the way. So a lot of the audience members will not be from Orlando at all. And so you'll be talking to people typically Manchester, Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And then, like we're talking these areas, and it's so cool to meet these people who aren't from here and then come here to stay at the Hard Rock. They go to the Velvet Bar or they go to the cafe or they're at Universal because they want to hear the music. And so you get a different type of crowd there. And some nights it's off the chain. Exactly. Yeah. They're totally there for it. And so it allows for, they just updated the Velvet Bar at the Hard Rock. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, you should check it out. It's, they put a stage up. They completely fitted the whole area with a stage in the Velvet Bar, and they have music every single night. I have a lot of dates booked there. I had some this week that I unfortunately had to cancel, but I do have more coming up. And just booked out September. I have 5 dates there in September. And but the type of people that you'll get there are just down with the program. They want the music. The sound system is top of the line. Like they've treated us really well there. And a couple of weeks ago I was playing there, and there was this family there from Alabama, and they were really cool. She decided to stream the performance on TikTok, and so we had talked, the 2 sets prior, and this is the 3rd set, right? So it's like midnight, and I go over there, and I start playing some music for them at their table, and so people are taking video. So the whole situation there, some nights it's a real swing, and you just completely, you have an amazing night, you know. And I was out there till like 1:30 that morning, started at 8. But, you know, when you go to a place like that, you're there to play to an audience, and live music has been the basis of music for me. You know, I didn't start, a lot of people my age will have started writing and then immediately recording, or, you know, this type of thing. But playing at places like Fiddler's Green, and going to places like downtown Sanford, you know, I've played West End before.
Right.
Being around people like Billy, who are great live performers and who have so much experience and so much to teach someone like me. You know, I'm just starting. In the grand scheme of things, you know, I've been doing this for 6 or 7 years. It's really not a long time. And it's really shown me. Yeah, it informs me, like, you know, this music thing really is a live thing. Like, that's what this is.
Yeah.
You know, it's about talking to people and meeting people. And, you know, there are faces you never forget. Billy, I'm sure you know. You've played certain crowds before. There was this one kid. His name was Logan. It was like Logan and Brandon, and it was over at Casey's Grill before it got turned into AutoZone, out here in Castleberry. And this was when I was like 15, but I'll never forget them. I still have their little note. They asked for that song "Shut Up and Dance."
Sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, and those little requests over time. I don't know. It's so cool. It's been really cool to grow up with this. I forget what I was even saying. I think what I was meaning to say was, I remember now.
You were going to tell us what you were
playing
going to
at
play
the Hard Rock Cafe is great. Yeah, the cafe is great.
You were going to tell us. You were going to tell us what's up at the cafe.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
The cafe's great. The cafe's great.
He took us on a little journey. A little Hard Rock Cafe Landon Nolan journey.
What I'm hearing is we can do just about anything.
Yeah, we can go anywhere. I mean, it's and Landon brings up a great point. It's and everybody experiences it differently. You know, like Landon has the little notes that you remember, and it's little things like that. And sometimes those little moments happen. I'm sure, Mike, you've experienced a lot of them when it comes to just cooking and meeting people. You have those little elements, those little things that happen, and you don't even realize that's going to become a core memory. You don't even know when it happens. It's just like, oh, this cool thing happened, and then a year later, you're like, no way, I remember that. And there's a lot of times throughout. I would say anybody that has like an in-depth passion. Speaking of passion, Voodoo Chef, my man Eric Young's just popped in. Good to see you, Voodoo Chef Foundation. Check it out. All of us that have anybody that's really focused on a passion for a period of time, and they've worked with people, they've worked with the community, they work with the public, you know, in the food service industry, in the music industry, in the performance industry.
Themselves.
Yeah, exactly. There's those little tiny moments, you know, that like a little kid walks up to you and says, and just looks at your guitar, has never seen anything like that before, and blown away, and it's the most beautiful thing ever. And then their mom says they've always wanted to meet a musician, and you're their first. That's the kind of stuff where I didn't know that was going to happen, but hopefully I gave a good impression. So that little kid came up and was like, nah, he wasn't like, this guy's a dick. Hopefully he was like, this guy's actually pretty cool. This guy's all right.
Not with Landon. No way.
Oh, not with chops like that, bro. Not with chops like that. I would say, my man Eric says, food and memories go hand in hand. I agree.
That's true.
100%. 100%.
Food and music go hand in hand.
Oh, yeah. Nori Baird did have a question for you guys. Glendale just popped in here as well. Nori Baird says, guys, opinions on the band Skillet. Sam wants to see them live in the U.S.
Do it.
Be a nice excuse for a holiday. If you guys don't know this, Sam Baird is an incredible musician. He's a young musician, 15 years old, from Scotland. And Nori is Sam's dad, and they've been a good friend of KitchenKillaz for a couple of years. So we've watched Sam grow for the last like 5 or 6 years, and I think he's 15 or 16, and he's been playing piano, playing music, singing, writing, harmonies, recording, and performing for the last 7 years at such a young age. So Landon says, do it. He says, pull the trigger, baby.
I've seen them before.
Make it happen.
They're good.
Nice excuse for a holiday. I agree 100%.
That's the next generation.
That dude, I'm saying that's a generation after Landon. Isn't a generation defined as 20 years? I think 20 years is a generation.
Yep.
So
I believe so.
I think Landon's 22 now. 22, yeah,
correct.
and
yeah.
I think Sam is 15. You know, so and it's so inspiring to see when I first met Landon. I mean, your musicianship blew everybody away. I remember Brian Demeter telling me that he was hearing this music and he didn't know where it was coming from. He was trying to figure out what was going on.
You guys want to see something crazy?
We love crazy stuff.
He's right there.
That's right.
Yeah.
He said he kept hearing this
He might be listening to this right now.
This music come from his backyard, and he didn't know where this music was coming from. And he found Landon, brought Landon over for a time the KitchenKillaz crashed Brian and Lindsay's house, their kitchen, and we met Landon. And then we met Katie, and we met Ryan, and we met Jackie, and we met everybody. You know, which has been really cool. So it's cool to see this journey of such a long time. Although this Friday happens in a span of about an hour and a half, these friendships and relationships have lasted over half a decade. Which is a lot of fun to see such a great culmination of people and creators and artists. And just when we're talking about the generations, my man Glenn Dell has just popped into the green room as well. I would say this: he's looking mighty. He's looking mighty Einstein today, and he normally does. But we made homemade pizza. The first time we crashed his kitchen, he did like a homemade pizza. Like he did the brick oven. He rolled out the dough. Everybody got to make their own pizzas. Then we did these barbecue ribs. And then we did chopina. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. It was a delicious the seafood stew. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh, bro.
That's one of my favorites.
Glendale kills it in the kitchen, and he kills it again behind the microphone. And he's going to be there with Ed this Friday. So let's bring my man Glendale, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, baby.
Woo!
Hello, Glenn. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Glenn's so relaxed.
Well, I'm just chilling, I'm still in date.
Tip the phone down.
What?
Tip the phone down.
What's your shirt look like? What are you wearing?
There it is. Now you get something.
That's how to do
That's
it. Glenn,
what I'm talking about.
Glenn is super chill right now. He's super chill. He's laid back, baby.
Yeah, I just finished dinner. I'm just laying back, letting it settle.
What'd you have for dinner? We're interested.
Well, I actually had a buffalo burger. I made it myself on the grill.
Dang.
My neighbor brought over some fresh green beans, so I had some fresh green beans.
Love them.
Delicious, and I've been eating a lot of peaches.
A lot of peaches?
A lot of peaches. I brought a bunch of peaches up from Georgia with me this time, so I've got a refrigerator full of peaches.
Nice, dude. Well, that's a good thing to have your refrigerator full of.
I feel like the Forrest Gump of peaches.
Glenn, do you have cobbler game?
I have cobbler in the refrigerator right now. It's the second one we've made in like 3 days.
Could you bring me one of those on Friday, please?
I'll tell you what. I will bring a fresh made peach cobbler on Friday.
Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Score!
I will definitely bring that.
That's one thing you do need to worry about hanging out with the crew is you're going to eat a lot. Like you hang out with you're hanging out with Glenn and Chef Mike and Landon and Voodoo, like you're going to eat a lot of food.
You're not going to lose any weight on this show.
Well, my wife just invented
Man, I'm super stoked for peach cobbler.
You'll be psyched. It'll be good. Very delicious.
Super stoked for peach cobbler. Glenn, we were just chatting with Landon. I had just asked him for the show this Friday. Since he's been writing for a long time, he's got new covers, new originals, new styles. You should see this man's pedal game. It's getting out of this world. But I asked Landon, what do you normally don't know what you do until the day of, where you feel the vibe, you feel the people, you kind of feel like the environment itself. Like I do the same thing. I don't really go in with a set list until either the day of or the night of. Like I don't know. I'm kind of gonna base it on the energy of the people.
I might do Jimmy Buffett meets Bob Marley. That might be good.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Jimmy Buffett meets Bob Marley. I got that'd be a fantastic hotel to hang out in.
Yeah, well, we will hope to not disappoint, but I have to admit that Landon, he's got his game on, and I kind of feel, embarrassed to play around him because he's so good,
Well, here, Glenn, here's the good part. You don't have to follow him.
Good.
That is true.
The same group. he's fantastic. Landon is great. I am truly impressed with his.
But you don't got to worry about Landon at all, man. He's ready to rock and roll. Landon's going to be good. He's there to compliment.
I'm there to compliment. I'm there to hang out. I'm there to have some fun, keep it light, that type of thing. It's gonna be a fun night.
Can I suggest?
It is,
can I
man, it
suggest
is.
a nickname? Billy, can I suggest a nickname for Landon?
For who? For Landon.
For Landon.
Mr.
Sir.
We're going to call him the deal closer.
The deal closer. I will say Jackie Nolan calls him eyebrows. I don't know what's going on there. But I will say this. Ryan did make a bet. Ryan is wondering if Glenn's on his lazy boy right there.
I am on my lazy boy. I am down.
Listen, Ryan Nolan knows his lazy boys. Okay, he knows what's going on. So I imagine I'm hoping, I'm imagining that we're going to get some originals, some covers from Landon. We're getting some covers from Glenn. Glenn, do you think we'll be able to hear maybe an original tune from the great Glendell?
Possibly.
Nice.
We'd definitely hear an original from Ed. Ed writes a lot of
Awesome.
songs.
Yeah, man.
We're actually in the studio right now at Castle Door doing an album of originals, and most of them
Nice.
come from Ed.
Nice. I was just there this past Friday working on our second album.
Billy,
That's
talk
awesome,
about
man.
this Ed, this metaphorical Ed. Who are we talking about?
Oh, we're talking about Glenn's co-commander.
Yes.
Right.
Harmonica, guitar, vocals, harmonies.
My commandant.
His commandant. And
Nice.
I think you've known Ed for quite some time. You guys have been playing a while together.
Yes. I have been playing with Ed for a while. We're actually hosting an open mic on Thursday night.
Where are you going to be?
We're going to be at a place called Little Wekiva Brewery.
Oh, that's cool.
there.
That place is cool, man.
It's a very nice place, and as microbreweries go, I have to say that in a lot of these places, and you probably agree with me, you can maybe get into one or two of their beers, and the rest of them you're like, eh. And these guys, everything they make is great.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And this comes from Glendell. He's got no incentive to lie, ladies and gentlemen. So if he's telling you it's great, you can close your eyes and drop your finger on the menu and it's going to be tasty.
No,
Yeah.
that little
Do you guys do the open mic every week?
That little Wekiva Bee is precious. That's a great little spot. I didn't know they did live- I didn't know they did live
Landon's
music
wondering
out
if you do. Yeah, do you do it every week?
No.
Yeah, is it weekly? No.
As a matter of fact, we have a nickname for it. It's called Thirsty Third Thursday.
Okay.
The third Thursday of each month.
Thirsty Third Thursday.
Show up thirsty.
I
You
like
can
When
that.
does
only
the
tell them
sign-up
you
sheet
don't
go
have a
out?
whip.
That was my next question. How do people sign up?
We put a list out.
Okay.
Starts. Ed and I do a set first, starting at about 5:30, and then at 6 o'clock or so is when we start. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's 6:30 we start, and at 7 is when the guests start playing. But we put the list out about 6 o'clock, and you just sign up, and we make you famous.
How late do you go?
Okay.
It goes till 9 officially, but we always end up going later.
Nice.
We've had some great crowds there. I mean, and good players. It's been a lot of fun.
Cool.
Nice. This is a relatively new venture for you. You guys have been doing this for maybe 2 or 3 months.
3 months.
Gotcha. Nice,
Yeah.
man. And going
Very
well.
cool.
Thirsty Third Thursdays. Are you thinking about doing it any other Thursday? Is it going well enough that you may add on another Thursday during the month?
Well, the owner is talking about expanding when it gets cooler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have an
Nice.
outdoor
Yeah.
courtyard, but it's too hot to play outside right now. So
Yeah.
maybe in the fall when it cools down and over the winter, we may do some shows outside, and Ed and I will be playing gigs there as well, as well as the open mic. But right now, I travel a lot, and I'm in Ohio right now, so to rush home. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to drive back.
I think Ohio is the capital of Lazy Boys. I think that's where Lazy Boys actually came
there are
from.
a lot of Lazy Boys here. I know.
Glenn's probably sitting on one of the original Lazy Boys of all Lazy Boys. He is an antique collector, and I imagine that that's what's going on. Because you look very comfortable, sir. I'm a little.
It is very comfortable. This is actually called a big boy recliner. It's not a Lazy Boy. It's a big boy.
It's a big boy recliner. Gotcha.
Big boy.
I didn't even know they made such a thing. Glenn, did you have a chance to check out the menu that's going to be presented on Friday night?
I did, but I'm too old to remember what it said.
Hey, what are we talking about?
The menu.
So we're doing like an individually prepared charcuterie board with meats, cheeses, fruits, and of course nuts. Then we're doing Chef Mike's signature, folks. Signature French onion soup served in a toasted bread bowl, topped with a double Munster cheese, not a single. We don't single Munster over here, no way. And bound with their gourmet garden salad. Then the dessert, which is cool because it has the word coulis in it. It just sounds fancy. And ultra creamy chocolate mousse with raspberry coulis and fresh fruit. That's what we're having on Friday night. I'm super excited for it, man. They all pop for me. I'm like, yes, I'll try that.
Delicious.
Even the salad is fantastic because the dressing that Chef Mike makes is out of this freaking world, bro. That dressing is fantastic. Are you a French onion fan, Glendale?
I love French onion soup. I'm a big.
I got you, peach cobbler. I got you.
Aw, I feel like you guys are gonna be a peach cobbler and French onion soup. It's a match made in heaven.
Listen, he's from Ohio and he makes peach cobbler. Listen, we're already on our second date.
and fresh peach cobbler. Fresh peach cobbler. Dude. How fantastic is that?
I'm gonna pick up some nice vanilla ice cream for that, bro.
Yeah, ice cream would be great. Yeah.
I like it, man. That's going to be good. We have we have Tom Mesrobian is joining us as well on Friday night. I always try to, man, it's like, okay, how do I keep the show an hour? It doesn't matter. I was like, how do I involve as many of my friends as possible? And we're really fortunate because Glenn played here with Ed during the season. Landon played here with Ed during the season. And Tom Mesrobian has been a friend of ours for several years, played several different anniversary shows with us. So I'm super excited. I kept going like, I'm going to do 2 musicians. No, you let me see if I can make 3 musicians happen. I'm like, you know what? I bet we can get 4 musicians in there. So being able to do that, split it up, have the food, have so many incredible musicians and creators, have Landon coming by, Glendale coming by, Tom Mesrobian coming by, Glenn with Ed. The duo is fantastic. He's going to crush it on harmonica. Ed's such a fantastic musician. So I'm really thankful that we're able to do all of this, and we're able to do it at the Corner Cafe. Super gracious to you, Chef Mike, for opening the doors for us, man, and letting us bring some people in. We're maxing it out, from what I understand. We have packed this place. We can't fit another soul in those in those walls.
Billy, it's free to get in. You got to pay to get out.
What?
Hey, what's the dress code like? Is there a dress code? What's the vibe, you know?
What I need you to be is...
Oh, no.
What's the dress code?
I need you to be Landon Nolan sexy. Can you manage that?
Landon Nolan's always sexy. You should see this guy.
Can do this.
Fly, baby.
I can do this. I'm going to show up dressed like the Count of Monte Cristo. That's what I'm going to do.
You mean Count Chocula?
No.
He's going to come floating in on a hot air balloon. Is the Count of Monte Cristo. I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it.
No, seriously. That's a good question. When folks show up, here's what I want you to do. I want you to be comfortable, but comfort cannot involve flip-flops. Otherwise, it's dandy.
No.
I like it.
No flip-flops. Other than that, come and just simply be comfortable because it's a comfortable place. It really is.
Papa Nolan had a suggestion. He says birthday suits only. I think that's going to make some things a little bit awkward. I will say his wife followed it with awesome movie. So I don't know if a movie named Birthday Suits Only, but
No,
it sounds like
Count
a great
Cristo.
movie. Oh, okay, that's what she's talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. With Jim Caviezel. We watched it like
Billy,
twice a couple weeks
Billy,
ago.
I'm gonna be frying bacon, so just a word to the wise.
It's not gonna work. Don't fry bacon naked.
Hey, well, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I'm just saying, hey, maybe
not gonna work.
Bring a little Neosporin.
Oh my gosh. Jackie says, I think he's having a drink right now. it's quite possible. So again, a huge shout out now, Jackie and Ryan. These are Landon's parents, and it's
Yes.
one of those amazing things where very fortunate. I can say the same thing, and not everybody can. That we've had the love and the support and the guidance of our family and our friends and our parents for a really long time. You know, and as it's rare, it does happen, but it has to be mentioned. And I'm so appreciative, and it's so awesome to see your mom and dad in here tonight talking about the Friday show, engaging in the conversation. Your dad just cracking everybody up, you know, just rocking it. He called out the lazy boy immediately. So, I mean, Ryan's killing it tonight. And why is he killing it? Because Jackie thinks he's having a drink right now, which is totally fantastic, and it works out perfectly. So
I can see him from here. I'm looking right at him.
Is he having a drink?
Billy.
Yes, sir.
Listen, let me jump in here for a second.
I think so.
So I am the proud father of two, we'll go with special needs children. It's hereditary mainly. So
you've passed it down.
It wasn't my fault. I blame it on my ex-wife. But look, here's the deal. I know your folks who are precious in the extreme, and Landon, your folks are exceptional beyond measure. Listen, let me tell you something. Both of you guys, they're fortunate, you're fortunate, we're fortunate. I wish there was just so much more of that. I mean, golly, man. You know, I'm not going to make a political thing, but you know what? Imagine if we were funding music in schools more. Imagine how many more Billy Floyds. Imagine how many more Glens and Landons there would be. Honest to God. And theater too. You know what I mean?
And we've seen such a downturn over the past 10, 15, 20 years of arts in high schools and arts in public schools and just arts in general, especially in the educational world, you know. And it's one of those things I'm like, it's such a peaceful thing. It's such a beautiful journey. Like, why, especially coming up in middle school and high school when you're learning so much and it's such an impressionable age, why would you take such a positive, emotional, philosophical, mental, spiritual influence away when children are growing and they're soaking up the most information? It's always been confusing to me.
Here's one for you, Billy. So in my catering company, I have a lot of like white collar professionals, so doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs. Okay, I can't tell you the percentage of those people that play an instrument is off the charts. I mean, it's well above 50% of doctors who play something: guitar, keyboards, harmonica, kazoo, whatever. Lawyers, same thing. It's amazing. So the arts and the sciences, they're not disconnected. I mean, they feed each other like crazy. And your guys' parents were smart enough to see that. So God bless them. God bless y'all.
I agree. And when we have somebody like Papa Glendale in here hanging out with us and making sure the young whippersnappers stay in line, it's always interesting to hear the different styles of music that I've been able to kind of like introduce myself to and introduce to our community through all the different musicians from Jack Connor. We've even had flamenco performers here, you know, on
awesome.
The KitchenKillaz show, which is super
awesome.
cool. And it opened us up. Thank you. It opened us up to an entirely new idea, because I was I don't want to say stuck, but I was in the idea of, okay, we do 12 big studio shows at the house. Who are 12 musicians that I can work with? And I never got out of I didn't even think outside of the musician box, because I just figured, singer-songwriter vibe, until we got the opportunity to have flamenco performers. And I go, well, man, if we do flamenco performers, we can have comedians, musicians, dancers. We can have really everything. Spoken word poets. Just give them time, give them the platform, and allow people to kind of like express themselves in however they see fit. But just to be able to offer the platform platform and meet such an eclectic collection of musicians and creators has been such a fun journey. And to be able to bring 3 different styles, Glenn, Tom, Landon, together on Friday night is so much fun. And when we surround that with people that we love and people that have supported us, and then it's all brought together, and kind of the glue that keeps it together is the host location, the Corner Cafe, with the food that everybody's going to be enjoying. You know, Chef Michael bringing that to it. So it really is like Voltron coming together, you know, because all of us exist independently. Landon Nolan exists as an independent, successful musician. Same thing with Glenn and Ed. Same thing with Chef Mike. Same thing with Tom. So to bring everybody together is such a heartwarming thing, and to be able to fill the restaurant, and so many people that have just been on this journey along with all of us, because people always ask, like, hey man, are you in KitchenKillaz by yourself? I'm like, no, we've got Michelle Hess, Kyle Nunez, Lisa Wan, Mom and Papa Floyd. We have all these people that have been such a big part of the project. Every time we have a show,
for God's sakes, the Patreon,
yeah,
people that
every time we have a show here, Jeff Lerner is the first one to grab a camera. Lainey has cooked in our kitchen so many times. We've crashed her kitchen, I think 11 times now. So it's like all of our Patreon patrons, that's how we keep the show free. It's been free for 7 years. It's going to stay free. And people ask all the time, like, how do you keep it for free? How do you do that? How do you not charge? The idea was never it was never a business model to make money. It was a community. It was a community project to just kind of share love. You know, that was the big idea. And then we've been really fortunate to have our Patreon patrons that they are part of the KitchenKillaz Patreon, and that allows us to grow. It allows us marketing and advertising to keep the Friday show for free. You know, so those are the first that we really reached out to when we got to set this Friday night show up, because the seating is so limited. It started at 26. We stretched it to 30, and I mean stretched it. You know, so we really were very, very fortunate to have such a wonderful community of musicians and supporters and friends and family and sisters and brothers and cousins and buddies to come together on Friday night is very heartwarming. And then to have people like Glenn, Tom, Landon, everybody playing music that night just puts it right over the top, man. So I'm hoping to of course, you know, since Mike, you're hosting it, with the environment and the vibe that Corner Cafe has, which is always very chill and relaxing and beautiful and creative, to have all those creative minds and wonderful hearts and souls in that same place that's built and lasted so long and propelled by love. It's going to be such a fun night, man. I think everybody's going to have a really good time. I know I'm going to have a very good time. I might cry a couple times because it's amazing being surrounded by so many awesome people. But I'm going to do my best to get through it. I'm going to take a note from Landon's book. He's very good at performing and kind of like isolating his rock solid performance while he experiences emotional simultaneously. You know, so it's going to be really good to see that, to see Ed, to see Tom. I do have a video from Tom. We're almost at our hour, guys. Thank you so much for jumping in with us, man. I really appreciate that. I do have one video from Tom. He wasn't able to make it tonight, but he did send me a video. And it's, of course, it's the best way Tom Mesrobian would want to be, which is the Tom Mesrobian. So I'm going to bring this up real quick. I'm going to play this, and then we're going to say our goodbyes, man, just for the night. Thank you guys so much. Again, I do want to show this banner because all of these rock stars are here right now. Every single one of them are here right now. The one that's not on the list that couldn't make it tonight, here's my man Sharktooth giving you a little video.
Hey everybody, Tom Mesrobian here. Now you may know me better around KitchenKillaz circles as Sharktooth Sam, and pirate and singer of pirate songs and teller of pirate stories. But Billy gave me the option to play as Sharktooth or to just play as Tom, and honestly, the pirate costume is a pain in the ass. So I'm just gonna come and play as Tom, and don't worry, I will do a Sharktooth song, but I'm going to do a different song as well, too. So a couple of fun things for you. It's a very special week for my wife and I. We're celebrating our 33rd wedding anniversary, and of course, we're going to do it with the KitchenKillaz. It's like a big anniversary week all the way around. So I'm just grateful to be part of this. When I first came across Billy and the KitchenKillaz, it was, I'm going to be honest, it was like, here's a way I can promote my show. But quickly got a hold of their vibe and what they do, and well, we're just been great friends ever since. And so now we're just happy to come and celebrate. This will be my 3rd anniversary show in a row. So happy to be part of the party. Looking forward to some great food, some great music, and some great times with you guys. So come on up and get ready to sing a fun pirate song. We'll see you there at the anniversary. Arr.
I love it, man.
That was very good.
Awesome.
I love
Can I
Tom.
tell my pirate joke, Billy?
Oh, you got 4 minutes. Yes, sir. Go ahead and hit us with the pirate joke.
It doesn't take 30 seconds. All right, everybody, real quick. What is a pirate's favorite letter in the alphabet?
I don't know. What is a pirate's favorite letter in the alphabet?
Take a guess.
I would go with, I feel like I'm setting myself up here. R.
Yeah, you would think that, but no, it's the C.
It's terrible. This is horrible.
You're welcome. I got more. You want to hear more?
Well, I will say this: we're gonna get more of you on Friday night. But before we get going, Glenn, what do you got coming up, man? How do we get in touch with you? We can rock you. We can see you at your open mic night this Thursday, which is happening in just a couple days, right?
Yes.
Nice, man. And if people wanted to hear some Glendale music or kind of follow along and find out where you're going to be playing, where you're going to be performing, come and shake your hand. Can they do that? What's the best way?
The best way is to go to my Facebook page, the Double Edge page, which is Ed and I as a duo. The Edge of Madness is our band. And I have a Facebook page called Glenn's Music, which is just, me playing playing videos.
I like Glenn. He's so chill.
Glenn's Music. That's so easy to find.
Glenn's Music.
Some of these, man, it's like doing a Rubik's Cube trying to find these people.
Yeah, I like Glenn's music. Who do you want to listen to? I want to listen to Glenn's music. Go to Glenn's Music.
What about this guy?
Oh, yeah, Landon Nolan, baby. Where can we find you? Because you're always busy, man. You're always moving and grooving. You got shows all the time. What's the best way to get in touch with you? What's your socials? Your socials.
All right, so you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram. Sorry, 1 second. Other side. There we go. All right. Boop. All right. You can find me on Instagram at Landon_Nolan. You can find me on Facebook. Landon Nolan Music is my Facebook page for my music. And also, I'm going to be announcing that I have started a Patreon. And so you can find that. That should be called Landon Nolan Music as well. It's just going to be, something that can keep the music happening, like funding the music, keeping me on stage, keeping the live performances happening, the studio recordings,
Maybe get some recording done.
Exactly. Yeah. I was thinking of doing a Kickstarter, and I just started messing around with Patreon. I was like, maybe this would be better. And so I'm going to see what I can do with that. And yeah, but yeah, you can find that. Check me out on Spotify. Yes. Check me out on Spotify. Landon Nolan. It's basically just my name, guys. Check it out. Go to my Instagram and go to the link in my bio. Click that, and that is a new link tree that I just built this week, and it'll take you to all of those things.
And do you keep your schedule pretty well updated so people can track you? Because I like to follow.
Yes. So I keep my schedule up to date. Sometimes if I cancel a gig last minute, I won't be able to, snap it and make it disappear on the website. But typically I don't cancel dates. And yeah, so be sure to check it out on my website, LandonNolan/events. You can find it on the events page on my website. And yeah, I just had a music reviewer do a reaction to one of my songs, Allow Me This, which caught me off guard because I reached out to him. I was like, hey, check out my song. And he actually did. Yeah. And he posted it. And I was like, wow, I was watching the video and I was like, this is so weird. I'm watching someone else listen to my song.
And react to it.
No pressure.
To it, yeah. No pressure.
Listen, hey, I'm sure everything's going to be fine.
And it was live. It was a live studio song too. I was like, oh, hopefully he understands live music.
From Castledor. Yeah. That was shot at Castledor. So that's and that's another thing. Zach Cabral and Alyssa will be there on Friday night as well. Glenn is currently recording at Castledor. I'm currently recording at Castledor, and Landon has and will probably be eventually currently recording at Castledor.
Billy, is Zach going to be with us?
Zach and Alyssa. Yep. Zach and Alyssa are both joining us Friday night.
Give me a call.
Oh, yeah. Will do, man. We're going to make it happen, man. It's going to be good. I'm really excited about that. And I will say this, Landon, you and I went over your Patreon. Absolutely outstanding. To answer Mike's question about the album, absolutely, Mike. Once you check out Landon's Patreon, he changed the game with this. I'm going to take a page out of the Landon Nolan Patreon page because we update our Patreon every year, and Landon blew my mind a couple weeks ago. He really created a fantastic Patreon page, and he kind of blew the mold of what a normal Patreon page would be, and I think he's going to find a lot of success in it, including plenty of ways to fund a brand new album. It's going to be awesome, dude. Super
Landon,
creative.
Take us with you on the way up, for Christ's sakes. You're going to need company.
You need a chef.
Hey, I got a chef, don't I?
You need a lazy boy guy.
Absolutely.
You got to have a lazy boy guy. And for anybody to help you with hair care products, I'm here to assist.
Hair care and beard care.
Yeah.
You got to tell me what type of beard oil you use. Beard conditioner. Beard balm.
No comment. Easy.
No comment.
Get out of here.
I could get bumped right off right now.
You're right. You're a mouse click away. But Michael, Glenn, and Landon, thank you guys so much. We just hit our hour. Thank you for joining us tonight, guys. I'm super excited to see everybody on Friday night. If you guys don't mind hanging out just a couple minutes after we end the show so we can go over just some details and stuff for Friday, make sure we're on the same page. I most certainly appreciate it. I'm going to steal this real quick, and I'm going to say thank you guys for joining us tonight. Real quick, again, this absolutely fantastic banner right here. I mean, just stunning. A pre-show anniversary show broadcast. Glenn Dell joining us, Landon Nolan joining us, Chef Michael, and then a video from Tom Mesrobian as well, making it happen. A huge shout out to everybody for joining us. Thank you guys very, very much. Patreon, I will see you guys Wednesday night at 7:05, TikTok 7 to 7:30 on Thursday, and then Friday at 9:05 is our season 7 season finale at Corner Cafe, hosted by Chef Michael O'Brien and yours truly, with Landon Nolan, Glenn Dell, along with his buddy Ed, who I can't wait for you guys to hear again. They performed here, and we're going to have Tom Mesrobian playing some jams as well. So a great menu, a great cause. We wish you guys a fantastic Monday. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. From me to you and everybody else, I love you. Stay out of trouble. Peace, love, and happiness. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Billy, love you.